that I would take the time today to address these rumors about Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly breaking up. I can't say that again. I can't do that Machine Gun Kelly thing. Can I please, please call him Colson? Please. Yes? Yes? Okay. Thank you. Colson Baker, which is his proper name. So they have been rumored to, as of today, possibly be breaking up. I actually had an inkling about this on Saturday night when a kind friend named Jennifer Lynn Christie alerted me to the fact that they had both deleted a significant amount of photos of each other from their Instagram pages, including that infamous Daddy Issues Barbie photo that Megan had up from last year in her pink satin suit. So that is actually quite unusual for celebrities to do that. Let's take a look and see if we can see. They're supposed to be something called twin flames, according to Megan Fox, which she says is one soul in two bodies. Plato would beg to disagree, because that's actually the origin of that whole twin flame soulmate thing, is Plato, the guy who came up with the whole idea of a master race and eugenics, that guy. And he came up with this concept of soulmate / twin flames, which is that humans were originally formed with two faces and 4 arms and 4 legs, kind of like the jumping jacks from the Road to Oz. And Zeus got so jealous that he had to split them apart with a lightning bolt, male and male, female and female, male and female, and ever since then they've been looking for the lost half of themselves. I don't think I could think of anything more patriarchally codependent if I tried. So just keep that in mind when you think of those concepts. Besides that, she's talked about that, seems to be really, really into it, and yet they might be breaking up. So let's take a look first at their synastry, which is the two charts compared. And you will note when you look at it that there's not a whole lot of touches going on there. Not anything significant per se. Her north node toward his sun, she could further his career. His Jupiter on her Venus, his antics and everything, make her more visible as a presence, so that she's actually more a part of society. The same thing goes for her Mars. I'm sorry, that was her Jupiter on his Venus. Career, other way around, sorry. So it was actually for the development of her career, as based on his physical presence. So we will remove that and switch it all around. And her Mars is on his Saturn. She would make him feel fulfilled, parented, sexually turned on, because he has parental issues. And that's further borne out by the fact that her moon is on his south node. I mean, this is somebody who's been his mother in past lives. And I'm guessing not a good one. She abandoned him, kind of the way she abandoned her other children in this life, because she's more interested in pursuing attention for herself. That's her primary orientation is toward gaining attention just for the way that she looks. So you can kind of see in the synastry that this would be more about sex and career than it would be about anything else. There's no other real significant touches. Honestly, they have Mercury's conjunct, so their way of thinking is similar, and their way of communicating is somewhat similar. They'll have them in different houses. They both have that Taurian orientation with the way that they communicate, which is rather, frog in the well, narrow perspective, really self-focused, self-centered. They're both kind of self-centered, so, they get along that way. And then you have their composite chart. So that is right there. And you can see from that they have some fairly significant issues going on. They have Pluto opposing 4 planets: Venus, Jupiter, the Sun, and Mercury. So their core emotional orientation as a couple is directly opposing values, growth, self-actualization, and intellectual expansion. So when they're together, they actually stop that kind of growth from occurring as individuals. And they also have Mars squaring all that opposition. So they have this huge T-square. And that's nothing but trouble right there. That's just a whole lot of arguing, like a ton of arguing, really traumatic arguments, and then really traumatic makeup sex. So this is like the quintessential argue and then have sex to make up, because the sex is better after the argument sort of couple. Using her definition of twin flames, I would expect to see similar patterns in their individual charts, and a very harmonious composite with a lot of stuff conjunct and toward the North Node even. They don't have any of that. They really have the indication that when they're together as a couple, they traumatize the hell out of society. They've got that Uranus-Saturn conjunction, and it is a Neptune conjunction, and they're all retrograde, and they're all in the midheavens. So these guys, when they get into society together, do a little something like Ferdinand and Isabella and the Spanish Inquisition, because their belief systems are very self-centered and they like to impose them on society. And they've been doing that with this whole twin flame and the ceremony that they did, the ayahuasca ceremony that they did, and microdosing and taking drugs and talking about BDSM sex in public, her calling him daddy, just everything like that is so inappropriate and is actually traumatizing, especially to children watching. And if they have any young fans, Transformers is still watched by fairly young kids, and I know they over-sexualize it, but, they don't need the person who's in it to really go on about sadomasochistic sex in front of them on Instagram. That's traumatic. So they've actually traumatized society in this life in that way. So now what we want to do is take a look at that composite with the transits from today, since that's when the rumor started. So, here's that chart so we can see what exactly it is that's going on. You may note that Juno, good old Juno again, jealous Juno, and that betrayal in relationships is conjunct their composite midheaven and their composite Saturn-Uranus. Venus is just past conjunction to their composite Neptune. Saturn is conjuncting their Mars. Neptune is conjuncting their North Node. And Mars is conjuncting that Pluto and opposing all of that in Taurus, all the stuff in Taurus. And Uranus is there too. So it's a Mars-Uranus opposition. If ever I saw a sign for a sexual breakup, that was it right there. Yeah, it does look like they broke up. But honestly, they were only together for PR reasons. They were just there to grow their careers, no matter what they said to the contrary. This was really just a relationship that was PR oriented, and I'm sorry for all the disillusionment it's going to cause when they do break up, because of the things that Meghan has said, really, and what she's done. Not necessarily Coulson. He just likes to bounce around on things and scream at people. So, but Meghan and what she said, that's, she was in Jennifer's body. She said Jennifer's body was her favorite role. She said it was the role that is most like her. So take her at her word and consider what kind of character that was. And maybe, just maybe, she's not somebody you want to be listening to about spirituality. As a succubus, generally you don't have much of a regular impression of how to harmoniously integrate with others, right? Okay, that being said, now we're going to do a little prognostication, see if it works. We're going to check out the cards. The cards.
The cards will tell.
And then we're going to ask, what is the likely outcome of their relationship? Have they broken up? Shall we ask that? Have they broken up? All right. That's the question. Now we're going to zone out, and I will see you in just a moment. I'm getting a lot of pentacles. I just got a kite flying up into the sky. I'm getting smiling children like you'd find in one of those stock photo pictures in your picture frames. And an airplane. I just got Megan Fox's face. I got the sun. Okay, and we're back. So let's see what we get as we lay this out. So this is a simple yes or no question. So we only are going to use a 4-card spread. Honestly, in accordance with this reading, I would say that they were never really together. This may be a PR stunt in order to get more attention because they weren't in the news. I'm going to further define the middle card. They're on the fence about it. They've been arguing. And there's the moon. So they've been arguing. You could almost say the relationship has already been laid to rest because of the 4 of Swords that's going to be involved with this. The Fool is overturned. They leapt into this, abandoning partners, including Coulson. He was actually dating somebody. And she very wisely had not had sexual relations with him because she wasn't sure about him yet, which is something I think we all should do. She was waiting to have sex because she wanted to make sure she really did want to have sex with this person, and that is actually very wise and a good lesson. You should not become sexually intimate with anybody who you have not been friends with for at least 6 months, people. Come on, you need to know if this person is actually telling you the truth or not, and it takes about that long to learn whether they're sincere or not, whether their actions match their words, whether they were just trying to get you in bed, or whether they actually like you as a person. So this is what you need to explore. And this is what they didn't explore. They just leapt into it. And, you know, it was about the Emperor, their careers. And then they decided that it would actually further them, and they've reached the point where it's furthered them enough, and all of their issues, that's that 9 of Wands, and the insanity of them, the moon, have already come up to overturn. Even if they play it differently in the news, I think that they've already broken up, or they will very shortly break up. because these two individuals are not well suited to be with one another on a long-term basis, and they are actually harmful to society when they're together for a long while. So let's say good luck to Megan solo and Coulson solo, because they need to be apart before they do any further harm. All right, that's it for now, guys. Peace, and I'll see you later.